What's up everybody? My name is TylaDubya and today I'm here to teach all of you the hollow inward lip roll.
TylaDubya Beatbox channel.
Yo, what's up guys? I hope you're having a fantastic day and that you are ready to learn an amazing beatboxing sound. And that sound that we are learning today, as I mentioned in the beginning, is the hollow inward lip roll, which sounds a little bit like... Now, if that doesn't intrigue you enough, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about this sound. For starters, this sound is both extremely powerful on mic and off mic, and overall provides a really solid deep bass. And it's also a sound that pulls in a lot of air, so if you're running out of breath, go ahead and go, and your lungs will be full in no time. But because of this, you're going to need to find ways to push that air back out if you're using this within a beat. So for example, you could do... You can literally force the air out with any sound. I just wanted to make you guys aware that it takes a lot of air in, so be conscious of your breath control when using it. You know what? I'm actually a little curious how long I can do the sound for. But first, stay hydrated, my friends. It's like 10 seconds. That's hard, bruh. So yeah, comment down below with how long you were able to do the hollow inward lip roll. You know what? The person who does the hollow inward lip roll the longest gets a cookie. But like, not a real cookie, cause like, you know, I can't buy a cookie and send it out to you. So you get like one of those like hypothetical, metaphorical cookies that are like, whoa, good job, pat on the back, my dude. I guess gold star would have been better than cookie. You get a gold star. Now, a couple notable beatboxers that first come to mind who utilize the sound include like Napalm and Trung Bao, but honestly, a lot of other beatboxers are known for using it because it is a very popular sound. So with that said, go ahead and comment down below which beatboxer you feel utilizes the hollow inward lip roll the best. Now before we continue, there actually are a few of my beatboxing tutorials that might be beneficial in helping you guys learn the sound, mainly because they contain components or teach components that are useful for this sound specifically. And those include my basic lip roll tutorial, my inward lip roll tutorial, my vocalized inward lip roll tutorial, and even like the OD bass, the hollow clap, and the hollow whistle tutorial. So if there's anything in this tutorial that you struggle with, it might be beneficial to check those out because again, they teach very similar components or even teach things that will be utilized here. So just kind of want to give you guys extra material to look at if you need it. So I hope at this point you guys are extremely excited to learn the hollow inward lip roll so that you can add this powerful sound to your arsenal. But before we jump into the 3 steps to learn this sound, I'm going to pass it off to Snapback Tyler so we can talk about today's video sponsor. And today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Skillshare, it is an online learning community for creatives like us that offers thousands of inspiring classes on topics like videography, photography, music production, marketing, graphic design, web development, and more. Now, I specifically mentioned those topics because they all play a role in my day-to-day content creation and brand development, and are skills I personally believe would benefit anyone looking to create content, build a brand, or market themselves as a beatboxer. One class that I'm currently taking on Skillshare is Instagram-worthy photography, shoot, edit, and share by Brandon Wolfel. Mainly because I love photography, but also because learning how to properly take and edit phenomenal photos will help me push my brand to the next level. So far, Brandon does a really good job at explaining how he achieves the shots that he gets by showing the settings that he uses and then explaining why he has set them as such. A nice thing about Skillshare is that it is curated specifically for learning, meaning that there are no ads, and with an annual subscription, it's less than $10 a month. And right now, Skillshare is giving the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description a 2-month free trial of premium membership so that you can explore your creativity and learn the skills that help you push your brand and artistry to the next level. So if this is something that interests you, I encourage you to click the link in the description so you can begin taking creative classes that are designed to help you explore new skills, stay inspired, and get lost in creativity. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So yeah, I guess with all of that, that basically wraps it up for this video. Psych! It is time to talk about the 3 steps that you guys need to do to learn and perfect this sound. And that first step to learning the hollow inward lip roll is going to be the inward lip roll itself. Now you guys know me, which means you already know I have an entire tutorial already made for the inward lip roll, which is going to pop up here, card here, link in the description. So if you do not know it, go check it out, learn it, practice it, perfect it, then come back here. I mean, what can I say? Beatboxing sounds build on top of each other, so why not not tutorials. So because I already did all the heavy lifting with an old tutorial, that's really all I got for step 1. So at this point, I'm expecting that you guys fully know the inward lip roll. If you don't, go check out the tutorial, practice it, perfect it, come back here. With that first step completed, done, out of the way, we're gonna move on to the second step, which is going to be hollowing out your throat. So this concept is kind of difficult to explain, so I'm gonna mention a couple different ways so we can go about figuring out how to hollow out your throat, and hopefully one of them clicks with you. And just in case one doesn't, you guys could always check out my hollow clap tutorial, my OD bass tutorial, or my hollow whistle tutorial, because I do explain in those how to hollow out your throat. But everything I say there, I will be talking about here, so it's more precautionary along the lines of, you know, if what I say here doesn't click, maybe I explained it slightly different in those videos, and it will help you out. Overall, hollowing out your throat is the concept of opening up your throat to give the sound more room to resonate, and to overall create a hollow sound. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to show you what a normal clap sounds like versus a hollow clap. Now how about some tongue bass versus OD bass? And finally, inward lip roll versus the hollow inward lip roll. Going forth, I'm going to be utilizing the hollow clap to demonstrate when my throat is hollowed. So the first way you can go about hollowing out your throat is going to be singing as low as you can. No, I'm no singer, but to demonstrate, so what that does is when you switch over to your lowest note, your throat naturally opens up. To demonstrate with the hollow clap, now if that method doesn't work for you, you can try the second one, which is yawning. When you yawn, your throat naturally opens up as well. It's actually really easy to naturally yawn when you're filming this at midnight, because I'm already tired. So if you can fake yawn, or if you can actually yawn, try to maintain that actual positioning of your throat and everything, and then do a clap. And if that doesn't work, you can try gargling, because gargling actually opens up your throat as well. My boy Kaz from HBB taught me that one. So get some water, stay hydrated. Another thing that I've learned from HBB is that you can pretend to swallow a pocket of air. Really just like fake swallow air, just go ahead and drink water, eat food, and swallow it. And when you feel that pocket of air, food, or water get to the lowest point in your throat, you'll feel like your throat's dropped a little bit. That is the position that you want. So with a pocket of air. And if none of those have worked, you can go ahead and just try to breathe out air. And when you breathe out, your throat is going to naturally open up to let that air flow. So like, and you can exaggerate it more like a sigh as well. And with that, I'm kind of out of methods on how to hollow out your throat, so I'm hoping that you guys have it. If you don't, walk back through those methods, or go check out my other tutorials where maybe I explained it a little differently, and let's move on. And what we're gonna move on to is that third and final step, which is comboing the inward lip roll and hollowing out your throat. So we're gonna start with the inward lip roll that we learned in step 1, and then while doing that, we're gonna hollow out our throat like we learned in step 2. Which might be tricky at first, but just keep on practicing trying to hollow out your throat while doing an inward lip roll. And the more you hollow out your throat, the deeper your inward lip roll will be. Real quick, a little trick that you guys can do is use your tongue to block the airflow of the inward lip roll, thus stuttering it. Which will sound a little bit like... And really all I'm doing is using my tongue to block the opening of the inward lip roll, thus blocking the airflow and just opening the airflow and closing the airflow. And overall, keep in mind, when utilizing the sound, it does take in a lot of air, so make sure that you're getting proper breath control by using sounds that then push out that air. And with that, that wraps up the third and final step that you guys need to do to learn the hollow inward lip roll. And now that you've learned it, we're going to move on to some practice beats to help you guys perfect this sound. And to overall give you guys an idea of how you might be able to utilize it in a beat. And for these practice beats, you guys are going to need a metronome, so if you don't have one, go ahead and download an app, buy a physical one, whichever one floats your boat, and get ready. For the first two practice beats, go ahead and set your metronomes to 120 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I see you. Let's go ahead and do another one at 120 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, for these next two, let's go ahead and crank your metronomes up to 140 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying at 140 BPM, let's go ahead and do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and for these final two, let's go ahead and crank it up to 160 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do one more at 160 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you didn't know that last one, it was definitely napalm. It's just something that came to mind as I was thinking of what to do for these. And that wraps up the practice beats, guys. At this point, I hope that you guys have both learned and perfected the sound. If you have not, don't worry. Walk back through the steps and then walk through the practice beats, and I promise over time you will get it. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like down below because it does let me know what kind of content you guys enjoy. And be sure to comment down below which beatboxer you feel does the sound the best, how long you can do this sound for, and what tutorial you want me to do next. And if for some reason you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button because I upload beatboxing content all the time, and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload. And with all that said, my friends, I hope you guys have both a fantastic day and you stay hydrated.